In this video, I'm walking you through how to set up your Ledger Flex wallet, how to manage your crypto with it, and how to send and receive crypto. Also, if you're still thinking about getting a Ledger Flex, make sure to use a link in the description and you'll get free Bitcoin with your purchase. Now, let's get into it. So there are two methods for setting up your Ledger Flex wallet. You can set it up using your phone or your computer. Both methods are secure and easy, and it's really the same process either way. The only difference is if you're on your computer, you'll plug the wallet in using the included USB-C cable. If you're setting it up on your phone, you'll do it through Bluetooth. For this tutorial, I'll be setting up the Flex on my computer, but later I'll show you how to access your Flex on your phone once it's already set up. Okay, step number one, download Ledger Live from the official Ledger website. You want to make sure that you download it from ledger.com, or just use a link in the description of this video. Once you land on the website, just go to the Apps and Services tab, and then go over here and tap Ledger Live. Then all you have to do is select which computer or which mobile device you are downloading Ledger Live for. For this tutorial, I am on a Mac, so I'm going to download for Mac OS. And it will start downloading. Give it a few seconds to finish up. Okay, once you've downloaded Ledger Live, you need to drag and drop to install the app on your device. So I'll do that, and it's that easy. Once you download Ledger Live, all you have to do is find it on your device, and then select it to open it up, and a message will pop up saying Ledger Live is an app downloaded from the internet. Are you sure you want to open it? Yes, we downloaded it from the official website, so we are good to go. Okay, now we are ready to begin the actual setup process. So step number two is you want to plug in your Ledger Flex into your computer. So I'll just connect the included USB-C cable, and then I'll connect it to my Ledger Flex device. And then just power on the device by holding down the button on the side. And if requested, make sure to allow the connection on your computer. So we'll go ahead and select Set up my Ledger Flex. Now the first step during the setup process is the genuine check, and this checks to confirm that the device you're using and the firmware on the device is a legit Ledger wallet. So all you have to do is say check Ledger Flex, and it will do this process for you. And then make sure to confirm it on your Ledger Flex device by tapping allow. So I just checked the device, and now we're going to check the firmware on the Ledger Flex device. So it's saying that there is a firmware update that needs installed. So we're just going to select Install Update. And this will likely happen anytime you purchase a new Ledger wallet because they come out with updates pretty regularly. It's going to first transfer the update to your Ledger Flex device. This could take a minute or two, so you just have to be patient. Then once Ledger Live has transferred the update to your Ledger wallet device, you need to tap Install on the actual Flex device. So just select Install. And then again, you're going to have to wait a minute or two to actually install the update, and I'm going to allow this on my computer again. And it's completely normal if your Ledger Flex device restarts multiple times during the firmware update operation. And then once the update is done, just go ahead and select Finish. And now we need to confirm a secure connection with Ledger Live, so select Allow on your device. And now we need to install the new operating system on our Ledger Flex device, so we'll do another update. And then again, once the update is transferred to your Ledger Flex device, just go ahead and tap Install and give it a few minutes to install on the Ledger Flex device. And once that's done, just select Finish and then allow secure connection again. And that's it. The firmware and device authentication is complete. Now we can move on to setting up the wallet. So we'll select Continue Setup. And the first thing you want to do is set a name for your wallet. This could be anything you want. It could be maybe a certain crypto you hold in this specific wallet. For me, I'm just going to use my name and select Confirm and tap to continue. Next, we need to choose a 4 to 8 digit PIN code, and this PIN will be used to unlock the physical Ledger Flex device, so tap to continue. And then you have to ensure that you set a PIN that you're going to remember, because if you forget your PIN, your Ledger Flex device will completely erase itself, and then you'll have to import your seed phrase to access it again. So just make sure it's a PIN that you'll remember. For the sake of this video, I'm going to do a very simple PIN, 1234, and you'll have to enter it twice. And now the PIN is set, and we can move on to the next step. Tap to continue. Next, we need to choose how we're going to set up our Ledger Flex device. We are going to set it up as a new Ledger wallet. If you have a seed phrase from another Ledger wallet or maybe from a completely different brand of wallet that you want to import into your new Ledger Flex device, you could just select Restore Access to Assets. But since we're creating a completely new wallet in this tutorial, I'm going to say Set up as New Ledger. And what I really like about Ledger is that it walks you through the entire setup process on the device itself and explains to you what's going on and why it's important. So Ledger Flex will generate a new secret recovery phrase, tap to continue. It's a sequence of 24 words that represents all of your private keys. The secret recovery phrase is also your ultimate backup. You'll need it if your ledger is broken or if you need to replace it with another wallet. By entering these 24 words on any ledger, you can regain access to all of your crypto. Your secret recovery phrase is for your eyes only. Anyone who gets it can steal your assets forever. And then you just have to confirm that you understand that the seed phrase is the most important part of any crypto wallet. So I'll select I understand. And now we need to get ready to write down our seed phrase. So tap to continue. And it's going to display all of the words from your seed phrase on your device. So make sure to write them down in chronological order. So again, make sure you're writing down each word in the correct order, as it's crucial if you ever need to recover your wallet. Just tap next to move to the next page and continue writing down your seed phrase. All right, now once you've written down your seed phrase, go ahead and tap done on your Ledger Flex device. And we just need to confirm that we wrote all the words down correctly. So just look at your seed phrase sheet and enter each word correctly. So word number 1 is message. Word number 2 is moon. Word number 3 is often. Word number 4 is universe, and so on. Continue to do that until you get to the very end. Okay, and then the device is just going to confirm that your seed phrase is correct, and it's been confirmed, so tap to continue. Now it just tells you to keep your seed phrase safe, of course. Don't share it with anyone. Only scammers ask for your secret recovery phrase, I understand. And continue. Next, you can create another backup using the Ledger Recovery Key. The Ledger Recovery Key comes with every Ledger Flex device, and it allows you to put your seed phrase onto the secure card, which is secured by a PIN code. That way, if you ever need to regain access to your Ledger Flex wallet, all you have to do is scan this card rather than entering that long 24-word seed phrase. So all we need to do to set this up is get out your Ledger Recovery Key, and then we'll tap to continue. And if you don't have a recovery key for some reason, you just select I don't have one. I have one, so I'll select I have a recovery key. And tap to continue. Think of it like a spare key. This is not a replacement for your seed phrase. It's a secure backup. Tap to continue. Now just hold the key up to the back of your Ledger Flex device. And using NFC or near field communication, it communicates directly with your card. And we are going to start the setup. To prevent unauthorized access to our Ledger Recovery Key, we're going to set up a PIN. This is completely separate from your Ledger Flex device. Now again, for the sake of this video, I'm going to create a super easy PIN. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and OK. And then re-enter the PIN to confirm. OK. Then just tap to continue. And now we need to hold the Ledger Recovery Key to the back of the Ledger Flex device again. And this is now transferring the key to your Ledger Recovery card. And it's that easy. Now just select Continue. And go through all these. And one last thing, you can name your recovery key if you want to. I would just name it whatever my device is named so that you know they're connected. And I'll just hit maybe later for now. You can always go back and change the name in the settings later. The next step is to install the crypto apps on our Ledger Flex device. Ledger devices are a little different. If you want to transact on certain blockchain networks, you need to install those networks onto the device. So we'll just tap Install Now. And it's going to automatically install the Bitcoin app, the Ethereum app, and the Solana app. And this will take a few minutes to do, so just be patient. Let it do its thing, and you'll be good to go. Once the apps are done being installed, your Ledger Flex is ready to go, and it'll ask you if you want to join Ledger Recover. Personally, not a product I use, but It is an option. If you want to check it out, definitely read through that. And now it's time to use our Ledger Flex. So I'm going to show you how to transfer crypto to and from your Ledger wallet, as well as how to navigate your Ledger Flex device using Ledger Live, and how to access your Ledger Flex on your mobile device. But for now, just to get into the Ledger Live app, go ahead and select I'll do this later, and we'll do all of that later. Okay, this is the main homepage of Ledger Live. This is where you will manage your Ledger Flex device. Now, before I walk you through all the features of Ledger Live, step number 5 is to add your crypto accounts to Ledger Live. So we already downloaded the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana app on our Ledger Flex device. Now we need to add those accounts to Ledger Live, and I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, to get started, just select Add Account, and then choose a crypto asset that we're adding to Ledger Live. So we could start with Bitcoin. We have the Bitcoin app here on our Ledger Flex device. So we'll select Bitcoin, then tap Continue. And now we need to confirm this on the actual Ledger Flex. So we'll tap Open, and then just wait a minute and it will synchronize the Bitcoin app to your Ledger Live software. Once that's done, just tap Add Account, and your Bitcoin account has been added successfully. So now this homepage will look a little different. So you can see your Bitcoin portfolio balance, but we still have other cryptocurrencies that we need to add accounts for. So now to do that, we just go over here to the Accounts tab, tap that, and you can see we have our Bitcoin account right here, but we still need to add Ethereum, for example. So we'll select Add Account, and this time the asset we're going to choose is Ethereum, and then hit Continue. And you just go through the exact same steps that we did to add Bitcoin. So we'll open the Ethereum app on our Ledger Flex, select Open, and Ledger Live is going to synchronize the Ethereum app with your Ledger Live software. And then we'll tap Add Account, and now we have Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you can continue to do that for all the crypto apps that you have on your Ledger Flex device. But remember, we only added Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana to our Ledger Flex device. So if we want to add a new cryptocurrency that's not yet on our Ledger Flex device, you could still do that by selecting Add Account. And let's say we want to put XRP onto our Ledger Live. We don't have XRP app on our Ledger Flex device, but that's okay. We'll just select XRP anyways, and then we'll hit Continue. And this will automatically begin downloading the XRP app onto your Ledger Flex device. And then after that, it will sync it to your Ledger Live account. And it's really that easy. So anytime you want to add a new cryptocurrency or network to your Ledger Flex device, you'll just come to this Accounts tab, select Add Account, and you can choose any cryptocurrency or network from this list. Okay, so your Ledger Flex wallet is now set up and it's all ready to go. Next, I want to walk you through all the different tabs and features that you're going to find in Ledger Live. We'll start down here at the bottom on the My Ledger tab. This is where you can see all the details about your specific Ledger Flex device. You can edit the name of your device if you want to. You can see which firmware version you're running. You can see how much storage is left on your device. You can also see which crypto apps you have installed, and you can install more apps if that's something you want to do. Above that, we have the Ledger Recover tab. So if you sign up for the Ledger Recover subscription, this is where you will manage your subscription. Above that, we have the Ledger Recover, or not the Ledger Recover, but the Ledger Card. Not something you need to worry about unless you have that product. And then this Refer a Friend tab, same, you can refer friends if you want to. And then above that, we have the Discover tab. And this is basically an in-app browser with a bunch of different decentralized apps that you can connect your Ledger Flex device to if that's something you want to do. Above that, we have the Buy and Sell tab. So this is where you can buy and sell different cryptocurrencies directly from your Ledger Flex device. And there's a lot of different options to choose from, as you can see from this list. These are all cryptocurrencies you can buy directly through your Ledger Flex device. And you can also sell a large variety of different cryptocurrencies directly from the Flex, which is super cool. Above that, we have the Earn tab. So if you are familiar with staking crypto, this is where you can natively stake crypto directly from your Ledger Flex device. So you have a few different options here. Some of the more popular options like AVAX, ETH, BNB, DOT, Solana, Atom, Cardano, a bunch of good stuff if you're into staking. The next tab is the Swap tab. So if you want to exchange one cryptocurrency for another, this is where you'll do it. So if you had Bitcoin in your account, you could swap Bitcoin for, something else like Ethereum or Solana or whatever it may be. Above that, we have the Receive tab. We'll get to that later, but that's how you will receive cryptocurrency. And then above that one, we have the send tab. That's how you'll send cryptocurrency out of your wallet. And then we're back to the accounts tab, which you already know is where you can add more crypto accounts to both your Ledger Flex and Ledger Live. And then above that, we have market. So if you want to see specific details about certain cryptocurrencies, you can just check this market tab. And then you can even buy, sell, or swap in some cases directly from this tab. And then we have the home page, and this is where your entire portfolio balance will be displayed. Once you get some crypto in your wallet, you can see how much crypto you own in the dollar amount here on this tab. And there are several other features on the top right hand corner of Ledger Live. This first button is the information center. Here you can view news or any status updates about your specific Ledger Live on your computer. Then you have the toggle discrete mode button. So if you enable it, you can see that it hides your portfolio balance and any other private information that you might not want to be seen on your screen. Next, you have the help button, which is pretty self-explanatory. And then we have settings. Now, there are a lot of important features under the settings tab. So we're in general right now. This first feature that you should enable, since we're going to connect Ledger Live to our phone later, is called Ledger Sync, and this syncs your account automatically even as switching to a new phone. So we do want to turn this on right now while we're here. So we're going to tap that and then turn on Ledger Sync. And it will actually install an app on your Ledger Flex device, the Ledger Sync app, which will allow you to seamlessly connect your Ledger Live both on your computer and your mobile device. So we'll just wait for that to download. Once it's downloaded, we need to open the app on our Ledger Flex and then just tap Connect with Ledger Sync. And the connection is requested. And then we need to turn on sync for this phone or computer. We'll tap Turn on Sync. Now we just need to hang tight. This could take up to 30 seconds. It was a lot quicker in this case. And for now, we can close out of this and we're good to go. And let's continue on with the other settings. Next is display languages. Obviously, if you want to change your language, there are several languages supported in Ledger Live. You could also change your region. This is for dates and times and currencies. You could change from light to dark or dark to light if you prefer a different one. Then you can manage your Ledger Sync. We have the market performance widget, which I like to have enabled. And password lock, if you want to actually lock your Ledger Live software on your computer and require a password to access it. MEV protection, this is for more reliable transactions. You want to have this enabled. This will protect you if you're doing Ethereum transactions. Bug reports, this automatically sends reports to Ledger to help improve Ledger Live and its products. I have this enabled. The only other things that I have disabled will be the analytics tab and well, not the analytics tab, but this is analytic data that's sent to Ledger Live, as well as the personalized experience data. I have both of those disabled. Next, if you go up to the accounts tab, there's just some general information about your account. You can save a CSV file of your account operations on your computer. If you need that for some reason, you can hide empty token accounts. So let's say you had some crypto on your wallet and you send it out of your wallet. It will automatically hide that account. You can enable or disable that. I have that disabled because I like to have my accounts remain there, even if there's nothing in there. I do like to enable the hide token transactions when value is 0. This can prevent some potential address poisoning attacks on ETH, Polygon, BSC, and Tron, for example. Then if you go to About, this will show you your current Ledger Live version, and then you have the boring stuff like terms of use and privacy policy. Again, help, pretty self-explanatory. Do that here. And then there are some experimental features which you really just need to read through because these are updated. If you want to take part in any of this, you can just enable it. And you can even connect a full Bitcoin node if that's something that you're interested in. And that about sums up Ledger Live. Definitely play around with it for a bit and get more familiar with it. But next I want to show you how to send crypto from an exchange to your Ledger Flex wallet. Now, sending crypto to your Ledger Flex is really the same process regardless of which crypto exchange you're using. So whether you're using Coinbase, Kraken, Gemini, Robinhood, whatever it may be, the process is really the same. For this example, I'm going to send ETH from my Kraken account directly to my Ledger Flex all on my computer. So sign into whatever crypto exchange you use, and then you're either going to tap the send or withdraw button, just depends on the exchange, it's the same thing. In this case, I am withdrawing Ethereum on the Ethereum network, so that's what I'm going to select. and it says I need to add a withdrawal address. So I'll tap add withdrawal address, and it's asking me for the withdrawal address, which is our Ledger Flex Ethereum address. So we're going to go over to Ledger Live and go to the Receive tab. And we want to select Ethereum since that's what we're receiving. Then just tap Continue. And you can confirm the address on your Ledger Flex device. This just ensures that you are sending it to the correct and authentic address, and it will display it right here. But even if you don't have your Ledger Flex with you, you can still view this address. So we'll just copy it, and then we'll go back to the crypto exchange and paste it in the withdrawal address spot. And you can give this a nickname. I'll just call it Flex. And then I'm going to tap add withdrawal address. And depending on which exchange you're using, this might look a little different, but on Kraken, I have to confirm my withdrawal address by confirming a link in my email. So I'm going to go do that right now. Okay, and I confirmed my withdrawal address in my email. So I'm just going to select continue. And now I can enter the amount of ETH that I want to send. For this one, I'm just going to send it all. Notice it's on the Ethereum network since that's what we're receiving it on the Ledger Flex. And then I need to select the withdrawal address, which is Flex right here. You can see that is added. Next, I'm just going to review the transaction. You can see the amount that I'm sending, the Ethereum fee, what I'll actually receive on my Ledger Flex device, what network I'm sending it on. I'm withdrawing to my Ledger Flex, and this is the address of my Ledger Flex. So assuming everything looks good, go ahead and tap confirm. The withdrawal has been initiated. On a network like Ethereum, it shouldn't take too long to arrive in your Ledger Flex wallet, maybe only a couple minutes or quicker. Okay, so I waited about 2 minutes. So now if we go back over to Ledger Live, you can see that there is now $30 worth of Ethereum in my portfolio, and that makes up my entire portfolio since ETH is the only thing I have in this account. And down here, you can also see the asset allocation. You can see I have Ethereum as current price, and that is 100% of my portfolio allocation. And you can see the amount of ETH that I own as well as its value. You can also see last operations, so any transactions that have come into this account, you can view them right here. And if you want to view even more specific details about your Ethereum account or whatever account you send crypto to, just tap the Accounts tab and then select, in this case, Ethereum. And you can see various things. Again, you can see the latest operations. You can also view daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly performance of this specific portfolio. Also, if there's a specific token, say on Ethereum that you want to add, like a meme coin, you can just do that here by going to the Add Token tab. And then you choose the asset. You could type in Pepe, for example. And then you can add Pepe on Ethereum, and that's how you would add specific tokens if that's something that you're interested in. Now I'm going to show you how to send crypto from your Ledger Flex wallet back to an external account or wallet. For this example, I'm just going to send that ETH back to my Kraken account, but it's really the same process no matter where you're sending your crypto to. Starting here on Ledger Live, we're going to head over to the Send tab. Now, of course, I only have Ethereum in this wallet. However, if you had other cryptocurrencies in the wallet that you'd want to send, you could just hit the drop down arrow and select whichever crypto. So I'll select Ethereum. This is where we're going to enter the receiving address or the address of the platform we're sending to. So going to head back over to my Kraken account and go to portfolio, and we want to deposit, and we are going to deposit Ethereum. And we are doing it on the Ethereum network. So select Ethereum network and then select I understand. Now what you need to do is just copy this address. This is the receiving address. Then head back over to Ledger Live and paste that address into the recipient address spot. It says auto verification is not available. Carefully verify the address. So you just want to double check that this address is a one on your Kraken account, which it is. And then go ahead and select continue. And you can type in the amount that you want to send. For this, I'm just going to send all of it. So I just enable send max. And then you can also choose your speed. Right now, Ethereum fees are pretty low. So if I wanted to get it super quick, I could choose the fastest option, even though it's the most expensive, which I'll do. And it says it'll arrive in about 15 seconds, depending on how long the exchange takes to accept it. So assuming everything looks good, go ahead, select continue. And here are the details. We're sending Ethereum from my Ledger Flex to this address, which is my Kraken account. You can see the amount we're sending. you can see the max network fee that we're going to pay, which is the Ethereum gas fee. And then we see the total amount that I'm going to receive on my Kraken account. If that looks good, go ahead and tap continue. Now, of course, we need to confirm the transaction on our Ledger device. So to do that, it requests that we open the Ethereum app. So we'll tap open. You can enable transaction check, which is real-time warnings about risky Ethereum transactions. I recommend enabling this just so that you can avoid any potentially malicious transactions. Next, we're going to review the transaction on the Ledger device. So just tap the arrow, and this will show you all the transaction details. So we're sending it from our Ethereum address here on the Ledger Flex, and this is the amount that we're sending. Looks good. And this is the Kraken account address. So you just want to confirm that this is the correct address. And again, this is the max fees. And then all we need to do to confirm this transaction is hold to sign. The transaction is signed and the crypto is on the way to the Kraken account. Now just know when sending crypto to a crypto exchange, it could take a little longer than the estimated time that they gave us. The 15 seconds is how long it will take to be confirmed on the actual blockchain, but it could take a little while longer to actually show up on your crypto exchange account. So it's been a couple of minutes. Let's head over to the exchange and see if it's arrived in my portfolio yet. Just going to refresh the page. And you can see it still hasn't arrived even though it's been a couple of minutes. That's again because the exchange takes a while longer to actually show up. But if you go to the activity tab on whichever crypto exchange you use, you should be able to see that there is a pending transaction. So you can see that the crypto is on its way. It just has not been confirmed on the exchange yet. So at this point, you know how to set up your Ledger Flex wallet, how to manage your crypto using Ledger Live, and how to send and receive crypto. Now I'm going to show you how to connect your Ledger Flex to your mobile device. Okay, the first thing we need to do is download Ledger Live on our phone. So open up the App Store, search for Ledger Live, and then just tap the install button. Once it's installed, go ahead and open the Ledger Live app, then tap Get Started. And this is just a bunch of analytical data. I always choose to refuse all of this. And we are not setting up a new ledger. We've already set up our Flex, so we want to access your wallet. And we can connect using Bluetooth or Ledger Sync. Both options use Bluetooth, but Ledger Sync will be more seamless since we've already enabled that on our desktop Ledger Live. So I'll tap Use Ledger Sync, and then choose your sync method, Ledger Live, and then allow the Bluetooth connection. Then select Add with Bluetooth. And again, we are connecting an existing Ledger wallet, so I'll choose that. Now it's searching for my Ledger Flex device. It already popped up, so choose the device. And then just make sure that the codes on the Ledger Flex and your phone match, 809662, which they do, pair, and yes, they match. And now the Ledger Flex is already paired, and it's that easy. And then all we have to do is allow a secure connection, so tap allow on your Ledger device. And now it's checking all the apps that are currently on the Ledger Flex. And now we're going to open the Ledger Sync app. And this will sync everything from your Ledger Live on your desktop and from your wallet to your mobile Ledger Live app. And now we wait. Now the sync is successful and we'll just close out. And there we go. Now you can manage your Ledger Flex device on your mobile app the same way you would manage it on your desktop computer. And if you have any urgent questions about the Ledger wallet, I answer over 30 of them in this next video. I'll see you over there. God bless. Peace out.